Have you ever felt like you're in a constant battle with your own desires? Maybe you find it tough to stay calm when you're angry or struggle to resist temptations that you know aren't good for you. Ever wondered why that self-control seems so hard to master? In Islam, self-control is more than just a skill. It's a strength that shapes who we are and brings us closer to Allah. But here's the thing. There's a reason we struggle with it, and understanding that reason can be the first step in gaining real control over our actions and emotions. Stay with us as we reveal what makes self-control so challenging, and more importantly, how you can start to overcome it with the powerful guidance found in Islamic teachings. Ready to understand what holds you back? This might just change the way you see yourself. Self-control, or the ability to manage one's impulses, desires, and emotions, is a core concept in Islam. It's seen as essential to our faith and personal growth. In Islamic teachings, humans are created with nafs, or inner desires, which push us toward fulfilling personal wants and needs. However, Islam teaches that these desires must be managed and directed in ways that are pleasing to Allah. This inner struggle to control one's nafs is often described as a form of jihad, known as jihad al-nafs, or the struggle against oneself. It is considered one of the most important forms of striving in the path of Allah, as it requires ongoing effort and commitment to live a life aligned with Islamic principles. Islam encourages us to use our free will responsibly, ensuring that our actions reflect obedience to Allah rather than surrendering to impulses. By practicing self-control, we strengthen our relationship with Allah and gain inner peace. Each act of restraint, whether it's holding back anger, avoiding harmful habits, or maintaining patience, brings us closer to spiritual fulfillment. In this way, self-control becomes not only a discipline, but a means of personal and spiritual growth in Islam. In Islam, strength is not measured by physical power or the ability to control others, but by one's capacity to control oneself. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized this when he said, "The strong person is not the one who can overpower others, but the one who can control himself when angry." Sahih Bukhari. This hadith redefines the idea of strength, highlighting that real power lies in one's ability to remain calm and composed, particularly in moments of anger or temptation. Anger is a natural emotion, but Islam teaches that unchecked anger can lead to harmful actions, broken relationships, and spiritual setbacks. When we learn to manage our anger, we demonstrate true control over ourselves, allowing us to respond with wisdom and patience. The strength required to do this comes from a conscious effort to stay aligned with Islamic principles, even when it's difficult. In addition, controlling other desires, like greed, jealousy, or impulsiveness, reflects true spiritual maturity. This form of inner strength doesn't just make us better individuals, it also cultivates healthier relationships, stronger communities, and a closer connection to Allah. Thus, self-control becomes the foundation of a strong and balanced character in Islam. Struggling with self-control is a natural part of the human experience, and Islam provides insight into why this challenge exists. Allah created humans with nafs, inner desires and inclinations that often pull us toward instant gratification. The purpose of these desires is to test our ability to choose what is right over what is easy, drawing closer to Allah through self-discipline. However, controlling these impulses is difficult because they are part of our very nature. Modern life amplifies these struggles by exposing us to constant distractions and temptations. Social media, consumer culture, and peer influence often encourage impulsive decisions, making it easy to lose sight of long-term values and goals. This environment makes it harder to prioritize spiritual growth and self-restraint. Additionally, Satan works to exploit our weaknesses, subtly encouraging actions that satisfy temporary desires at the expense of our spiritual well-being. He instills doubt, impatience, and even justification for impulsive behavior. This ongoing battle between our higher self and our nafs requires consistent awareness, patience, and effort. Understanding why self-control is challenging can help us approach it with compassion and determination. recognizing that these struggles are opportunities to grow stronger in faith and character. Islam offers practical ways to strengthen self-control, encouraging believers to draw closer to Allah while refining their character. One of the most effective tools is regular prayer, salah, which disciplines the mind and soul, reminding us to pause, reflect, and seek guidance. By setting aside time for Allah throughout the day, we develop a rhythm that centers our focus on higher values and helps us resist impulsive actions. Fasting, especially during Ramadan, is another powerful means of building self-discipline. Through fasting, we practice self-restraint by abstaining from food, drink, and other desires, conditioning our willpower and reinforcing that we can overcome the demands of the Nafs. This experience builds patience, gratitude, and a heightened awareness of our actions. Dhikr, remembrance of Allah, also helps in controlling desires. Repeating words of praise or reciting Quranic verses fosters a mindful connection with Allah, helping us stay focused on spiritual goals rather than fleeting temptations. Additionally, seeking good company can positively influence our behavior, as being around people who value self-control strengthens our resolve. By applying these practices consistently, we gain the spiritual strength needed to manage our desires, making self-control a natural and fulfilling part of daily life. Practicing self-control has profound benefits in both our daily lives and spiritual journey. On a personal level, self-control enables us to make wiser decisions and approach situations with patience and clarity. This not only improves our interactions, but also builds trust and respect with others. For instance, holding back from reacting in anger or impatience leads to healthier relationships, as we create space for empathy and understanding rather than conflict. In terms of spirituality, self-control brings us closer to Allah by aligning our actions with His guidance. Each act of restraint strengthens our devotion and reflects our commitment to live according to Islamic principles. It allows us to resist temptations that can distance us from our faith, helping us remain on a path of righteousness. This discipline in turn leads to inner peace and contentment, as we learn to rely on Allah's wisdom rather than our impulses. Moreover, self-control enhances our personal growth, enabling us to overcome challenges and persevere in achieving long-term goals. This mastery over the self becomes a source of spiritual satisfaction, giving us the resilience needed to face life's tests with patience and grace. As Islam teaches, self-control is a lifelong journey, and by taking small, intentional steps, we grow closer to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Remember, each effort to resist temptation and control our emotions is a step toward Allah's pleasure. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to Sulfulaman for more inspiring content rooted in Islamic teachings. I'd love to hear from you, so comment below with "May Allah strengthen my self-control and guide me on the right path" as a positive prayer for all of us. Let's support each other in this journey toward spiritual growth.